in a quiet rural town near Texas, where open skies stretched endlessly and pickup trucks rolled slowly down dusty roads. There lived an elderly farmer named Miguel Ramirez. Miguel's farm was small, not the kind you see in commercials, not the kind with giant machines and endless land. It's just a few acres. Tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, squash, a little corn. That was it. His house stood beside the field, white paint slightly faded, porch chair gently rocking in the wind. Miguel woke up every day before sunrise, not because he had to, but because farming was not just work to him. It was rhythm, it was memory, it was purpose. Other farmers in the area invested in advanced irrigation systems and modern tractors. Miguel still used tools older than some of his customers. His truck was rusty as boots were worn. His hands were rough, but his eyes were calm. Every Sunday morning he loaded fresh vegetables into wooden crates and drove to a small roadside corner just outside town. He unfolded a simple wooden table, placed the crates carefully, and set up a cardboard sign. It read, that was it. No fine print, no conditions. No weighing scale. You fill a bag. You pay $5. The mockery at first, other farmers laughed. You can't survive like that, one of them told him at the supply store. If you're underpricing yourself, you're losing profit. Miguel would just smile. I'm not losing, he would reply softly. I'm planting. They didn't understand what he meant. One hot Sunday afternoon, a young woman stopped her car near the stand. 2 children sat in the back seat. She stepped out slowly, looking nervous, picked a few tomatoes, some peppers, and a handful of cucumbers. When she reached into her purse, her face changed. She walked toward Miguel and said quietly, I only have $3. I'm sorry. Miguel looked at the children, then at the vegetables. He gently tied the bag and handed it to her. $3 is enough today. Her eyes filled with tears. Thank you, she whispered. Miguel simply nodded. Feed your kids well. She drove away. Miguel never mentioned it again, but someone saw. The next Sunday, more people came. A college student from a nearby campus, a retired teacher, a construction worker still in his work boots. They noticed something different. Miguel never rushed anyone. He never counted how many tomatoes went into the bag. And sometimes when someone hesitated while paying, he would say, if you have more, leave more. If you have less, take what you need. It wasn't charity, it was trust. Slowly, something shifted in the town. Customers began leaving more than $5, $10, $15, $20. Some left small notes inside the cash box. Thank you for believing in people. Your vegetables remind me of my grandfather's farm. You helped us when we needed it most. Miguel kept the notes in an old tin box at home. He never showed them to anyone, but he read them on quiet evenings. One afternoon, a high school student recorded a short video of Miguel's stand. The video showed the simple cardboard sign, the $5 message. Miguel sang gently, pay what you can. The student posted it online. Within days, the video spread beyond Texas. People across America shared it, not because it was dramatic, not because it was flashy, but because it felt rare. In a time where everything seemed expensive, competitive, and rushed, here was a man choosing trust. A few weeks later, cars lined the roadside. People drove from neighboring towns. Some came just to meet him. Others came to support him. A local newspaper interviewed him. They asked, are you surprised by the attention? Miguel shook his head. Kindness always travels, he said. You just never know when. One Sunday, a young boy stood near the table watching carefully. He looked about 8 years old. After a few minutes, he asked, why don't you charge more? People would still buy. Miguel crouched down to his level, because he said gently, food should feed hope, not fear. The boy thought about it. Then he placed $10 in the box and picked only a few vegetables. Miguel smiled. That was the moment he knew the lesson was working. A year passed. Miguel's farm was still small, still simple, but something had changed. He no longer worried about losing money, because somehow he wasn't. When crops were low, customers supported him. When tools broke, neighbors helped repair them. When storms damaged part of his fence, volunteers showed up the next morning. His stand had become more than a market. It had become a symbol, a reminder that trust still exists. Eventually, the town council made a decision. They renamed the roadside corner after him. A small wooden sign was placed there, Ramirez Market Corner. Miguel didn't ask for it. He didn't expect it. But when he saw the sign for the first time, he quietly removed his hat and looked at the sky, not in pride, but in gratitude. Years later, even as his steps grew slower and his hands trembled slightly, Miguel still showed up every Sunday. Same table, same crates, same cardboard sign. Fresh vegetables, $5 a bag. And sometimes, when new visitors asked him why he never changed his prices, he would say, "Money grows fast. But trust grows forever." The sun would set over the Texas fields. Cars would slowly drive away, okay? And Miguel would pack his empty crates, not just full of earnings, but full of proof. Proof that generosity multiplies faster than money. True wealth is not counted in dollars. It is measured in trust, gratitude, and the lives you quietly nourish.